Hi, I am Absinthia Vermouth. I'm the founder and CEO of Absinthia's Bottled Spirits. We produce four absinthes and four craft non-alcoholic mixers. And three of our absinthes won gold in the Bartender Spirits Awards.
Amazing. So, what's the current distribution landscape like? Like, how many countries you are in, or just if it's US, what kind of states you are in, and which states you're looking to expand into?
Yeah, great question. So we are currently distributed in Louisiana, California, New York, New Jersey, Florida, and Idaho. And we have a goal of nationwide distribution this year. And I am moving to New Orleans this summer.
Amazing. Great. So let's talk about the brand, right? I think, as you said, the brands have won gold. That's fantastic because, the competition is really, positioned for brands that are working good for bartenders and also for consumers that can sort of try those products in the bars, right? So give me
Right.
your elevator pitch, if you.
So stocking Absinthia's bottled spirits isn't just about putting another spirit in your collection. It's really about giving your patrons a taste of tradition blended with innovation. So I often find that people try our absinthe and say, "Oh, I actually like it." Because absinthe should be delicious. A lot of gimmicky products have come out and people think they don't like it. But there's a reason why absinthe was more popular than wine in Paris. So the most important thing is really just getting people to taste it.
What do you talk about while you guys are tasting, right? So you would describe characters, or what kind of support programs do you give to the bartenders, and how are you helping them resell? Walk me over the next sort of 2-3 minutes conversation that you guys have with the bartenders.
Yeah, sure. So I have almost 200 different absinthe cocktail recipes on my website. And so I can help bartenders with classic cocktails, creative cocktails, help them create their own cocktails with the absinthe. I create a podcast called Green Fairy Tales, all about absinthe and absinthe history.
Amazing.
I'm a bit of an absinthe historian, so I love talking about absinthe and answering questions.
Why did you
Um,
start at Absinthe? Just just after this, like curious. There must be a story,
yeah,
right?
I had it at a party before, 10 years before it was legal, and absolutely fell in love with it. Loved that it was illegal. I thought that was really cool. And just, I just loved the way it tastes. It was my favorite color. There was just so much about it that I loved. And I decided to start making it. And my first recipe was just absolute garbage and worked for many years to make it delicious, worked to make it organic. And then all of a sudden, absinthe was legal. And so I went back to school, got my MBA. I'm actually an artist, which is how I was first intrigued by absinthe. It is the beverage of the artists. And I just love it, and launched the business and had my first sale of absinthe in September 2017. And that first product later that spring in May of 2018 won gold in the San Francisco World Spirits competitions, turning me from an absinthe bootlegger into an award-winning absinther.
Amazing. Tell me some case studies where, by your experience, I mean, what are some good ways to sort of introduce absinthe to the consumers, in the bars, or, it's a very niche category still, right? So how do you sort of, for the people who've not heard, like what is the best way to sort of, educate the consumers?
Wine Spectator released a really interesting article about absinthe right after it was made legal, saying that Americans would not come to absinthe through the louche, which is when you add the water and the sugar, but through the cocktail. I think that's definitely Americans are coming to through the cocktail, but I think they also enjoy the louche. So I very carefully craft my absinthe so that it doesn't need sugar to taste good. You should never ever light your absinthe on fire. That was done in the 90s it was let's just say it's just not traditional and it really damages the absinthe. So trying it with about 2 parts of cold water, getting it to louche is a great way to do it. It gets all milky. Louche is actually a French word for like a shady character. And then there are just so many good cocktails. The Sazerac is the official cocktail of New Orleans, where you rinse the glass with absinthe. And what that does is it gives it not so much the flavor of absinthe, but the aroma of absinthe, right? So there are absinthe forward cocktails, and then there are cocktails that just use absinthe for the aroma, like a glass rinse, like a Corpse Reviver #2. One of my favorite
Got it.
drinks.
What's your take on the category? Like, have you seen some numbers growing? Are we seeing growth in the category?
Finally, yes.
Nice.
Everyone was expecting absinthe to absolutely blow up after it was released in 2007, but the economy crashed. And so that never really happened. And here we are. It'll be 17 years on March 7th that absinthe's been made legal. And I am starting to see more and more absinthe cocktail recipes. I'm still hearing occasionally, absinthe is a narcotic or it's going to make me hallucinate and all of that stuff, which is just absolutely not true. The reason why absinthe is legal again is because it was scientifically proven to be perfectly safe to drink. Once you distill wormwood, it's perfectly safe to drink. So yeah, it makes fantastic cocktails, and I'm seeing more and more of them on social media and in bars. It's great. So here are the bottles. This is the Verte. This is the barrel-aged absinthe. It's rested in rye barrels, ex-rye barrels for 4 months. This is our brand new butterfly pea flower absinthe. This is actually the very first domestic alcohol to contain butterfly pea flower. And that's because I emailed and yelled at the FDA for 3 years because they were only allowing butterfly pea flower in imports. And then this is the very first product. This is our Absinthe Blanche. It's clear, straight out of the still. So we are available in New York, New Jersey, Louisiana, Florida, California, and Idaho. Our warehouse, our 3PL, is outside of Sacramento, California. I am moving to New Orleans, and so we'll probably be establishing a pickup point in that area very soon. And you can find my products at absinthia.com.